Whether you wait or not, the world is changing right now. There is something people rarely talk about in life, and it needs more attention, and that is self-awareness. It really allows you to recognize if you're truly in the right place. Do you ever drive somewhere like to your job this morning and you didn't remember how you got there? Or do you wake up so excited today because it's Friday? It's important to recognize that and how you feel. You know, at one point I was in this boat and I was walking through the motions. I dropped the kids off at school, at daycare. I'd rush to the classroom to teach. And don't get me wrong, I loved what I did, loved it, but something was missing. And I was constantly torn to be in two places at once. I felt I had zero control of my life and I needed a change. And once I became aware that I needed a change, everything changed. To want to change, you need to make a change. And that is what I did. So change is a funny thing. It's something we often don't recognize, like a baby. You know, you look at a baby, so little changes day to day, but when you look back, you're like, holy crap, how'd she get so big? So that's kind of what change is. And that's happening right now in the world, whether you realize it or not. So think about it. When the cars were invented, the world changed. When the television was invented, guess what? The world changed. The change we're going through right now might be one of the biggest changes of all time, and that is the internet. It's been around for a while, but how we're using the internet, that has changed everything. Does anyone even have a phone book still? Seriously, that you're not just using as a booster? It's a perfect example how things have changed. So it's important to realize what is happening around you. Here's an example. Are you aware of the hottest trend in retail right now? It's store closings. That's what it is. I drove to the Gap the other day in the center of town to get a gift. I show up, it's closed. It's not even there. It's like Houdini. I'm like, what the hell happened to the Gap? This was like, Sears, JCPenney's, Kohl's, Sports Authority, Best Buy, Office Depot, Macy's, Walmart, they're all a hot mess. Our country's most famous stores are shutting down and laying off thousands. Why? Because Amazon is eating everybody's lunch, snack and dinner. You guys, you can buy a live fish on Amazon. So whether you like it or not, times are changing. Malls are quiet. Mall rats are in like freak out mode right now. So where is everybody? We're online. Hi, like this. People are clicking their way through shopping. The UPS truck, it's like the ice cream man for adults. What worked then no longer works today. And it's important to take notice and know why. Here's a few examples. Walmart, #1 retailer in the world, just shut down 269 stores, laid off more than 10,000 employees. Okay? Macy's shut down 40 stores. They're shutting down another 100 in early 2017. Nordstrom, one of the hottest stores out there, just cut 400 jobs and they're putting billions, not millions, but billions into their e-commerce business. Sales trends are turning, our economy is changing. Why are the stores closing? Because the internet is disrupting everything in a good way. Online, it's just more convenient. We found a better way. So what's happening is companies are cutting out the middle people to save money and to sell more. They're cutting back on marketing and using platforms like social media and using people, normal people, to represent their brand instead of paying millions on ads. So social media is really powerful. That's where your audience is. You got to meet them there. You have to understand the power of word of mouth is the most important tool in business. Right now, I want to watch Netflix series tonight. I haven't watched TV in about 2 years. Can somebody please tell me a Netflix series that's worth tuning into? This is how I actually truly want to find the best Netflix series. So that's so important because that's why we don't go to Blockbuster anymore. So this is, you can't go to Blockbuster because it's gone. So why is this important? If you're in business already, you need to be mindful of the revolution and be open to change. Adapt to what's going on. If you don't, you'll be left behind, like strawberries. You guys remember strawberries? Okay? Number 2, if you want to get into business, there is no better time to be an entrepreneur. Instead of being skeptical, be open. This is not your grandparents' world anymore. Technology's on the up. Job security is on the down. Today, people are overworked and underpaid more than ever. With less time and freedom, you can't help but being left saying, is there a better way? And there is. And most people just don't know it. And what's worse than that, people aren't even willing to hear about it. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's worth it. And I think people have a hard time with this concept because we're raised to look for jobs, not opportunities. Okay? In my experience, other than being a mom, being your own boss Nothing is more rewarding. Nothing. And why in America, where anyone can be anything, would you give up your freedom and sit in traffic and get to work at 7 and leave at 5:30 and do what someone tells you to do all day long when you have opportunity staring at you in the face? And there's no better chance than now. And I would personally rather work 80 hours a week for myself doing something I love than 40 for somebody else any day. It's an exciting and challenging way of life. Listen, being an entrepreneur, that is a hard word, does not mean you have to have the next billion-dollar idea. That's where people get caught up. It's just a chance to mold your life and do things on your own terms. More importantly, it's a way to be true to you. You get to create something that represents you and the life you want to live. You know, I get to be a mom and have something for me. I don't have to sacrifice time away from my kids for a paycheck. And I'll never do that because my baby is only my baby once. Family first, work second. Listen, I'll leave you with this. We have two choices to react to the shift that's happening right now. One, you either watch the wave, just like, the hell just happened? You're in that boat. Or two, you take advantage of the huge movement in front of you and become part of it and jump on board and take advantage. There's never been a better time than now. So I encourage you really deep down to take a closer look at where the world is going and what opportunities are in front of you, because I'm telling you, life is supposed to feel really good to you. So thank you, Curtis Lucy. The time is now, my friends.